Today's lesson will focus on the area of a triangle. The objective of this lesson is to measure the area of a triangle using a formula. This is the fifth lesson in topic 14 of Envision. The following are the vocabulary words you will need for this lesson. New words for this lesson are vertex, base, and height. Please notice that the formula for finding the area of a triangle is different than the formula for finding the area of a regular figure and a parallelogram. So let's talk. What does that formula look like? Let's begin by looking at our problem. Look at the following figure on the grid. What is the name of this figure? This figure is a triangle. Is it a regular or irregular figure? Well, this figure is irregular. And why is it irregular? Because it does not have a length and a width like a rectangle or a square. So if that's the case, how do we find the area of an irregular figure, such as a triangle? We use a formula such as area equals base times height times a half. And when using this formula, we will change the half to a decimal. And the decimal for a half is 0.5. So we're going to rewrite it down here. So to find the area of a triangle, we will use the formula base times height times 0.5. 0.5 is equal to 1/2. So 1/2 represented as a decimal is 0.5 because we know how to multiply using decimals. And the reason why we multiply with this formula times a half or 0.5 is that the space inside the triangle is half of the total area of our rectangle. So when you look at this grid, you will see that if we measure the height and the base and we divide it, or multiply, by a half, we will get the area of the triangle. The other half would be the part on the outside, which we are not looking for. So let's see what that looks like. Okay. Find the area. Jalen's model sailboat has a triangular sail with a base measuring 6 inches and a height measuring 7 inches. What is the area of the sail? So if I know the base is 6 and the height is 7, I use my formula to find the area of the sail. So the area formula for a triangle is area equals base times height times 0.5 or a half. So if I plug in my numbers, it would be 6 times 7 times 0.5. I'm just going to put a 0 there. Okay. So I know that 6 times 7 is 42. And I'm going to multiply that times 0.5 or 0.5. So let's see if I do my work over here. 42 times 0.5. 5 times 2 is 10. And 5 times 4 is 20. Plus 1 is 21. And I don't need to multiply using the 0 because it has no value. So I know that this number has 1 decimal place. So I'm going to move over 1 decimal place. So the area of the sail is equal to 21 inches squared. And that's how you use the formula for area of a triangle to find the area. Let's try a few more. Let's find the area of number 1. I know the base is 9 meters and the height is 2 meters. So if I use my formula, I will multiply 9 times 2 and then multiply it times 0.5. Okay, 9 times 2 is 18. 18 times 0.5 . 5 times 8 is 40, and 5 times 1 is 5, plus 4 is 9, and I have 1 decimal place right there. So the area of this triangle is 9 meters squared. Let's try number 2. Three times 12 times 0.5. So 3 times 12 is 36. 36 times 0.5. See, 36 times 0.5. 5 times 6 is 30. 5 times 3 is 15. And 3 is 18. And 1 decimal place in is 18. 18 yards squared. Alright, we're going to move a little quicker now. So I'm going to multiply 6 times 8 times 0.5. So 6 times 8 is 48 times 0.5. So 48 times 0.5. 5 times 8 is 40. And 5 times 4 is 20 plus 4 is 24. And I see I have 1 decimal place in. So the area for this figure is 24 feet squared. Okay, the last one we're going to do together. I see that my base is 8 and my height is 4. So it's 8 times 4 times 0.5. So 8 times 4 is 32 times 0.5. So 32 times 0.5. 5 times 2 is 10. And 5 times 3 is 15 plus 1 is 16. And I'm going to move 1 decimal place in. So the area of this figure is 16 centimeters squared. And that's how you use the formula to find an area, the area of a triangle. And now it's your turn. Be sure to show your work for these triangles when finding the area. Notice that this last triangle, there are 4 triangles within this triangle. This line being 6 and this line being 9. So although there are 3 triangles inside this last one, there are 4, and you will need to show all your work for those. If you have any questions or comments, place those in box 4. That's all for now.